Coming up on this edition of Southwest TV News. The summer of 2017 is proving to be even more dry than normal here across Southwest Saskatchewan. As forest fires continue to burn across British Columbia, the smoke is now making its way to southern Saskatchewan. Canada is a melting pot of numerous cultures, bringing together various languages, traditions, food, and music, making us the most desired country to call home. Thanks for joining us here today. The ongoing hot and dry conditions for the month of July are a concern for many. We have more in today's top story. Saskatchewan summers are usually hot and sunny. However, the summer of 2017 is proving to be even more dry than normal here across Southwest Saskatchewan, leaving lawns and crops tinder dry. And through conversations with Environment Canada, our newsroom has learned that this ongoing lack of moisture is rivaling previous dry summers, dating back to such years as 1919, 1936, 1967, and 1973.
These were some very dry years, and this one doesn't take a back seat to any of those. If you take a look at the situation since last November, I mean, there was no month from November through to July that was wetter than normal. There was 1 month that actually had near normal amounts of precipitation in April, but certainly it was scanty precipitation right from November right through till now. If the total amount is about 40% of what you normally would get. I think total rain and snow added together over those 9 months has been less than 100 millimeters, where normally you would see about 240. So you see how dry it has been. It's got even worse during the warm season. If you look at from May the 1st until now, it's only less than a third of what you normally would get in Swift Current. And in the last 5 weeks, it's just been absolutely bone dry. The last 5 weeks, you've had a thimbleful of moisture in Swift Current, about 7 millimeters, where you normally would see around 76. So less than 10% of what you normally would get.
Phillips goes on to explain that the ongoing dry and hot weather is attributed to the jet stream, which hasn't changed much over the past several months.
That is that river of air, that boundary between the warm air and the cold air, is typically it is across the prairies during the summertime, a little further north. Well, it's well to the north. It's up there, and even Whitehorse is drier than normal, so it's just not even to be seen on the weather map. And what it's doing is it's ridging way up to the north in the west, and then it's dipping down here in the east. So it's giving us too much rain and translated into either forest fires. You can actually smell the dryness because of the smoke coming from BC and Alberta fires, and that's just, it's almost like a weather-free zone. It's like taking the sky dome or a big dome and just sticking it over the west and keeping all weather out.
And as outdoor enthusiasts enjoy the ongoing hot temperatures, crop producers across the Southwest are still hoping for a good downpour of rain. The long-term forecast for the Swift Current area is calling for a continued trend of hot and dry conditions. For over 12 years, Southwest TV News has provided the visuals for the defining moments in our community. Support your community and help us to continue our work. Support our sponsors by watching the ads on YouTube and by clicking the ads on our website. Pennies per click, which will help us continue to bring you the award-winning news coverage you've come to expect from Southwest TV News.
The Cypress Hills Interprovincial Park is a popular destination for tourists throughout the summer months. Guests from around the world come to the park to be one with nature and enjoy the many amenities from camping, hiking trails, and more.
There's nothing quite so pretty as the hills that shouldn't be.
As forest fires continue to burn across BC, Air quality will be an ongoing concern for many in surrounding areas. As forest fires continue to burn across British Columbia, the smoke is now making its way to southern Saskatchewan. And as the aroma and visible haze of smoke lingers across the region, air quality statements have been issued by Environment Canada, while health professionals are advising you to take precautions when outdoors, especially when it comes to young children, the elderly, or anyone with a weakened immune system.
Key things to look out for with the smoke pollution is if you start getting irritation of the eyes or increased mucus production in the nose or throat, or coughing or difficulty in breathing, especially making it hard for you to breathe or on exertion, then certainly make sure you're out of that environment into more pure air indoors. And if symptoms are getting worse, certainly get in touch with your medical practitioner.
And as the hot and humid conditions remain in the forecast, the forest fire smoke adds to the risky combination for your overall well-being.
Well, these are warm days, so the heat in itself is another additional factor. That's the environmental health is really key here, both now with the smoke, but also with the heat. Keeping hydrated, not staying in direct sunlight for too long, protecting the skin with proper sunscreen, protecting the eyes with sunglasses and caps or hats, and staying hydrated are very, very important.
And as the forest fire smoke is expected to linger across the region for the next several days, your best bet is to monitor the air quality each day by taking a quick step outdoors or keeping a close eye on the weather forecast. Imagine a destination where you can enjoy world-class dining and unique accommodations. Take a leisurely stroll through streets filled with rich history while browsing for that perfect gift. Buy fresh produce from the farmers market and enjoy a range of cultural events while stepping back in time to learn more about Canada's Old West. Your summer destination is awaiting you in Maple Creek. For event listings and all things Maple Creek, visit our website. Mark October 18th through 21st on your calendar and plan to attend the CCA Finals Rodeo in Swift Current. The top cowboys and cowgirls will compete in all of your favorite rodeo events, vying for the CCA Championship title. And wrap up your weekend with the CCA Finals Rodeo Cabaret featuring sweet tequila. Get your tickets now for the CCA Finals Rodeo, October 18th through 21st in Swift Current. Southwest Saskatchewan's diverse culture is in the spotlight through a special Canada 150 event. We have more in this report. Canada is a melting pot of numerous cultures, bringing together various languages, traditions, food, and music, making us the most desired country to call home. And as we celebrate Canada 150, events across the country are taking place to mark the occasion. Such is the case with the Southwest Culture Fest, presented by the Newcomer Welcome Center in Swift Current. An event which spans from mid-July to early September, spotlighting the cultural diversity of Southwest Saskatchewan. A project which has come to light through a Canada 150 grant.
We, as a Welcome Center, we thought that we must do something to celebrate 150 and, the presence of newcomers in the community and how newcomers are able to shape the face of the community in a positive way. So we thought of why don't we celebrate? We've always been doing other things that for a long time we've not been doing anything that's more that's fun and like really a celebration. So we thought, why not bring cultural celebrations here during that period?
A variety of entertainers will take to the stage during the Culture Fest activities, from Cuban bands to internationally renowned hoop dancer Terrence Littleton, entertaining the crowd while educating others of their unique culture.
To give me the opportunity to showcase a little bit of our First Nation culture through song and dance. And again, bridging that gap through what our non-Native people see when they go to our powwows, to give them a better understanding, okay, oh, that's what that means. Well, that's what the hoop dance means. Because a lot of them, that's why I asked at the beginning, how many of you seen a hoop dance before? Majority of them put up their hand. And again, how many of them actually know what a hoop dance is, where it originated from, and what's the meaning of it. And so when doing things like this, events like this, I'm able to speak about it and give our non-Native people kind of the information and knowledge of what this dance really means and what it portrays to our people.
An event which is meant to bridge the gap between various cultures while creating a sense of community. Southwest Culture Fest activities are scheduled through September 9th at the Lyric Theatre and other locations across the Southwest, with a full schedule available online. Market Square is a summer tradition in downtown Swift Current, featuring live entertainment, fresh garden produce, crafts, and other unique vendors. Drop by Market Square every Saturday at the corner of Central and Chaplin. Proudly presented by the City of Swift Current, Standard Motors, Innovation Credit Union, and Southwest TV News. Well, this brings to a close another episode of Southwest TV News, reporting the stories that matter to you. We always welcome your news tips. You can always reach us here by phone at our studio or by email to contact us at southwesttvnews.com. Also, be sure to join us daily online for the latest news from across Southwest Saskatchewan and so much more at southwesttvnews.com. And be sure to follow us on a range of social media. Thanks for joining us here today. I'm Carol Andrews.